Right, we've also got Captain Anil Gaur who's waiting by with us. Sir, thanks for joining in. Apologies, it's just live television situation, so we kept you waiting a little bit. But we're wondering, after last night's developments, sir, what is it that we can expect today? As we understand, many cities are already in blackout. They have been all of last evening. We've gone inside Lahore, Karachi, Rawalpindi as well. What can we expect on day two?
Good morning. The point is that Pakistan is not ready to accept that it is a terror factory. That is point number one. Now, when they did the earlier attacks, we did, of course, Balakot and we did the surgical strikes and all. We had some peace for some time. But now the Pahalgam incident, wherein they massacred 26 of innocent tourists, and that too after ascertaining that they are Hindus, that was the breaking point, and that is the water above our heads. And therefore, when the Prime Minister warned Pakistan that this time all terror factory is going to be destroyed, they thought that this is again a joke because they saw our response when Mumbai attack took place. But they didn't know that this is the new India, which has the capability to have a standoff destruction of Pakistan totally. We don't need to enter Pakistan airspace. We don't need to enter Pakistan space at all. So this is what has been happening right now. Now, the first attack that took place, very clearly, it was against the terror hideouts, it was against the terror camps, and it was directed at them. If you see closely, no collateral damage was there. There was no civilian damage, whereas these buildings were in built-up areas. Still, precision bombing by precision missiles, precision attacks took place, and those areas were destroyed totally. Now, what Pakistan, again, they started off with the 3 casualties of 1 girl and two girls and two women, and now they slowly reached up to 100. But as per our estimates, I think that if you take a conservative estimate, 9 places, you have even 50 of them gone. So minimum 450 to 500 would be the casualty figure for them. But this Pakistan will never agree. And still, after the attacks, India warned Pakistan that look, and told the world that we have not attacked any military installation, we have not attacked any civilian installation, and if Pakistan now tries to do something, it is going to suffer. Pakistan, with its, I call this man Mullah Munir, who is more of a mullah rather than a general, and the way he addresses his people, he, for his ego, he tried to do what he tried to do with the attacks on our cities in between the intervening night of 7th and 8th. Now, you see, now what happened? We deactivated all missiles, we shot them down, we have our systems which are there, our S-400 and the other air integrated management system. They shot down all the missiles, they ensured that none of them landed where they wanted, and then we took the counter-strike. And in that counter-strike, we took 13 places, and 13 places including Karachi and we had Rawalpindi, Lahore. We took off their what famous, they were saying they were very patting their back that they've got the Chinese system of the anti-missile systems and all. We took all of that out and we put them like in the army parlance, you say that without any cover. Again, we warned them that look, don't try anything. If you try something, it's going to be even worse. But what did they do last night? They again did a drone attack and a missile attack right from Jammu till Rajasthan, Gujarat. And they tried to target airfields, tried to target our military installations, and tried to also create a big damage over there. But then again, what happened? Our systems, our S-400, our other integrated management systems of anti-missiles, they shot each and everything down. In fact, we have managed to shoot down one of their aircraft which was taking off from Sargodha because our S-400 has that range. It's 600 radar and 400 missiles. So the missiles took off that aircraft while it was taking off from there in Sargodha. So Pakistan again has been warned that look, don't do it. But now that they've done it, I'm very clear that last night Karachi port was bombed It was bombed by missiles and standoff distance, where Pakistan will not be able to come into play. And as far as Pakistan trying to do again a misadventure, this time it's going to pay very heavily. Because once India, we have not yet put our boots on grounds, and I don't think so. We need to put our boots on grounds because we have that standoff capability right now, wherein we can take off Pakistan's assets right from our territory. We don't have to go into that. We don't have to put our boots and our troops at any danger over there. This Pakistan must learn. And if what misadventure they have done last night, the effect of this will be very bad. I'm telling you, see what is happening in Pakistan inside. The Tariq-e-Taliban, they have taken over pickets of Pakistan army and stripped those soldiers and sent them off. What is Baloch doing? They've daily their killing rate of the army people is 7 to 10. And you have seen what happened the way when they hijacked the Jafar Express, nearly 250 of these army personnel were killed. What is happening with Khyber Pakhtunkhwa? There also they are saying that we don't want to stay under the Pakistan. What is happening in Sindh province? Everywhere, the people are standing against whom? Against the army and the ISI. That is the terror factory that has ruined Pakistan in these 75 years. They are the ones who have cornered the maximum and who are sitting pretty and thinking that they can send terror into India. The times have changed now, and I'll be very clear on one thing. The political will this time is very, very clear. Let all the countrymen know our political will is very strong and the armed forces are ready to take on any job that is given to them because we have always wanted a political will behind us. You see what happened in 71 when the political will was behind us.
Right.
We liberated Bangladesh. Now today, when we have been given the go-ahead, we have planned out our things. Our generals have planned out. Our Army, Navy, and Air Force, the tri-services are going to give such a shock to Pakistan that Pakistan will either, I don't think so, it will remain as the way it is today on the map of the world. Because
Absolutely.
what is going to happen is the internal dissensions in that is going to burst it open. We don't have to do it. You just have to give a helping hand to them.
That's right. We couldn't have been prouder of our defense services. Anil Gaur, if I could just come to you before I thank you. You know, we know what transpired last night, and there is severe amount of international pressure for a ceasefire from both countries, India and Pakistan. Pakistan issued a statement last night saying that, you know, tell India to stop and we will stop as well, pretty much indicating that. Do you sense that a ceasefire could be coming soon? Because like we've been speaking with a host of experts, a war helps none.
Aisha, I will draw your attention to what the defense minister said after their National Security Council meeting. He said that now that if India does not take any action in this Operation Sindoor, we will not do anything. But what did they do? The same night, they sent in the drones in the places, all our places, right from Jammu and Kashmir, from Srinagar till Rajasthan, till Bhuj. Now that is what they did. So how can you trust these people? Now, it's been a fact with Pakistan that they try to start something and they'll think, sitting in their drawing rooms and everything, even the army thinks that, yes, we've done a great job. But when India gives a beating to them, then suddenly they realize, oh, we have to now look for ceasefire. They have been warned time and again. Now, I'll draw your attention again. You see, if you go down to Kargil, what happened? The same thing happened. When our Prime Minister Vajpayee ji went to Lahore, and he and Nawaz Sharif were shaking hands over there, Musharraf had already planned the Kargil inclusion. And then they denied it. But when, again, they got a beating over there, then they suddenly ran to US to say, okay, now, fine, please save us. And then that old habit of theirs of trying to threaten India with a nuclear weapon. Let me be very clear on one thing. See, we are not worried about the nuclear weapon because Pakistan does not have that much of depth. If Pakistan does the mistake of using a nuclear weapon on India, Pakistan will be vanished from this earth because India has the third strike capability, first, second, and third. So Pakistan should think, I think, many times before even giving that statement that, look, we have like their ministers keep saying that we have, 250 grams of bomb and we have a 500 grams bomb and something like this. And other ministers who keep saying that, look, if the water is stopped, blood will flow. Now, what has happened? We have stopped the water. Our Baglia Dam stopped the water for 4 days. And now again they opened up because of the rains and they've given the water there. Again, they'll stop it. So this control of the Indus Water Treaty and other things, that diplomatic things that have taken place, India wanted that these measures should have been sufficient for Pakistan to get those preparatives of this terrorism to book. But no, they will never do it because the army and the ISI are the ones who have propagated this and who are involved with this. And this has been confirmed by their own generals. General Musharraf said it, the Asif Munir said it, others have said it, the ministers have said it, their defense minister has also said it, that yes, they have been doing this thing since the time when the Russians came into Afghanistan. So now what it is that India has shown its capability. As regards to China, what Swaminathan ji was saying, I don't agree to that. See, China will never enter this physically. It will never. Why? Because it has a vested interest. If it does, it is the one that is going to be at a loss because the world opinion against China will change. And China today, that it's on such a shaky ground that it's trying to get in its own economy into order, it will never come into this. You see what has happened is the equipment and all also. Turkey is now sending in some equipment to Pakistan. China has not done it. So there is a vast difference between what was, say, 10 years back and what is now today. And the capability that India has shown and the position where India is on the global map, I would say that no country is going to come out and say that fine, India is the one who has started this and India is to be blamed. Everyone knows today that Pakistan is the terror factory. Pakistan has started this. Pakistan is the one who's escalating it. And Pakistan is the one who's going to suffer because India has got that capability. India has got the political will and the Indian public wants a retribution for all that Pakistan has done. You see what they've done? 4 lakh Kashmiri Pandits, they have driven out from the valley. And those people are still not allowed to come into the valley. This is what they have done. And we as a nation are sitting there. In any other nation had this been, today, there would have been a big, I would say, demonstrations and things. Here, sitting with that, 4 lakh of our own people are out of their homes. And we are saying that, okay, now is the time that we should now, give Pakistan again a reprieve. I don't think so. The time has come now that Pakistan must pay for its mistakes for the past 75 years it's done. 1947, 65, 71, Kargil, and the Operation Topak launched by General Ziaul-Haq, 1,000 cuts since 90s. Now is the time that they have, it's a payback time for them. And if they again try something worse, like what they did last night, 8 missiles were shot down here in Jammu itself. If they try this again, let me tell you and let me tell through you, the nation, that India will ensure that Pakistan will never raise its heads again as it is.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree with you. But Captain Gaur, thank you so much for your time today. Great speaking with you and getting those insights.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.